This video is being sponsored by Circle.
Circle is a live-action football sweepstake game where the winner is decided by what happens on the pitch.
And this weekend, they are launching their 5-match millions game.
Here's how the game works.
You choose your 5 lucky numbers, one from each of the 5 games.
Every kick, throw and header makes a difference to the final winning number chosen for each match at full time. This could all be followed on the Circle app.
Match one number and win money. The more matches that you make, the more money that you do make. And if you match all 5, you win a whopping £1 million.
Another bonus, refer a friend to gain a free entry to the 5-match millions. Use the code on screen now, WeAreTottenhamTV, and gain yourself a free entry.
You have to be over 18 and a UK resident to play. Please gamble responsibly. What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another predicted lineup video as we face Bournemouth. 3 o'clock kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tomorrow, which will be a very difficult afternoon of football. Stellini has been talking about the team news coming into it, and there has been some changes finally. So what are they?
Well, there's only one change, really. Richarlison is back from injury. He was on the bench last week against Brighton, but he did train all week and is going to be available for selection, although Stellini did say it's important not to take risks going into this game. So I'd imagine maybe he's talking about not starting him. He said Basuma is still got time to recover from his injury. We know Bentancur is going to miss the rest of the season. No word on Sessegnon or Davis being available for this game. Emerson Royale is not a nearing return, and Lucas Moura serves the second of his 3-match ban after getting sent off against Everton.
All right, so that makes it pretty easy for us to pick this 11, to be fair. But let's get into it with a 3-4-3 formation as per usual. In goal, Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, had a better game against Brighton, I felt, with some really important saves, which obviously helped get us the win. And hopefully he's returning to form a bit after he was in terrible form pre-World Cup. Didn't have a great game against Everton, but hopefully a better game on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lloris in goal, the captain. Right centre-back is going to be obviously Cuti Romero.
Yeah, of course. Who else? He's so crucial to the way we play. And I think if we're going to really suffocate Bournemouth, he's the one who really is so crucial in that back three. So, of course, Romero plays.
Alongside him in the middle of the park is going to be Eric Dyer.
Yeah, and I'm slightly concerned about him because Solanke's quite a physical striker, and he likes to go into physical altercations. And I think Dyer can be bullied sometimes, or when he loses concentration, sometimes he can get out sprinted, and when he comes up against really physical strikers. So he's got to be right on it against Solanke, make sure he blocks his shooting. But as well, Dyer, if Bournemouth is sitting back, his long-range passing is going to be crucial, so important that he plays.
Yeah, so that's Romero and Dyer in the back three. To make up that back three will be Clement Longley.
And on that side, most likely coming up against Utara on the right-hand side, who if Perisic just got up the field. I'm worried about those potential one-on-one situations. Hopefully he can cope with them. He did struggle, I felt, against Brighton. But on the ball, he's going to be crucial.
Yeah, I kind of feel like every time we ask Longley to come into a one-on-one situation, he is like found wanting the majority of time. But hopefully, he can stand us in good stead this weekend. Moving into the right wing-back position, and that is going to be Pedro Porro. Yeah,
and he's going to be crucial, Porro, because Bournemouth are going to be compact, they're going to be narrow, and it's going to be up to him to create things when he finds space down the right-hand side. And his crossing and his offensive play has been pretty good of late, and I just hope he carries that on.
Yeah, absolutely. And to make up that back five is going to be Ivan Perisic on the left wing back, and he's been okay of late, hasn't he? I mean, he's been impacting things a lot more than he has been in previous weeks.
Maybe it's been helping him only playing one game a week as opposed to Sessegnon being injured and him having to fill in multiple games, and maybe him struggling physically. I do think his performances have improved. I still would have expected a bit more from him given his quality, but I do think he's starting to impact a bit more in the final third. Defensively, we all know he's not great, but hopefully in this kind of game he could be crucial.
Yes, let's run through that back line with you guys one more time. So in goal, Hugo Lloris, right wing back Pedro Porro, left wing back Ivan Perisic, Cuti Romero, Eric Dyer and Clement Longley to make up that back three. In the midfield, we're going to talk about Ollie up first.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt he's going to play, albeit maybe he's not on the best of form. He did have a decent game last week, but not so great the previous couple of weeks. I think it's going to be a big challenge in midfield, make sure we're dominating it. Jefferson Lerma's a strong midfielder, but I think we should have enough to make sure that we're snuffing out. And also, I think he's going to have a big job making sure Billing is kept quiet as well. But I think he can do it.
Yeah, alongside as well Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who as well has not really been on the best form of late.
I think he's going to be tasked more with getting up the pitch, providing late runs into the box, and maybe providing some incisive play on the ball, a bit more than Skippy. And I think obviously his goal contributions have been decent in terms of numbers this season. And I think he's going to be tasked with getting a bit further forward in this game, and hopefully he can make a bit of a difference. Yeah,
I mean, with these two not really at their best at the moment, is there not a case for Sarr in this game?
Could argue it. But I think he clearly trusts Højbjerg and Skip, and I don't think they've been that bad where they deserve to be dropped in Cellini's eyes, in my opinion. Albeit some fans might disagree, but I don't know. I don't know if he put Sarr in this game. I think he wants to keep consistency. We saw it with Bentancur and Højbjerg. When they were fit, they were just our number one choice, and I think Cellini will keep it the same.
Right, so that's Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Ollie Skip in the double pivot in the right-hand side of the attack. Seeing as says we shouldn't rush Richarlison back, we are assuming that Kulusevski will take that berth.
Yeah, and hopefully he can start getting some goal contributions again, because they do seem to have dried up a bit, which is not great news, because that was usually something he was quite strong at. But I do think this kind of game is more suited to someone Kulusevski, where he should get more time on the ball. He should be able to work in those tight spaces, and I think it's more suited for a player like him than Danjuma or Richarlison. But I understand if fans are calling for them to start. But I do think Kulusevski is worth starting in this game.
Yeah, I think he needs to improve that end product. I mean, he's doing well in terms of his beating his man, getting into good positions, but he's really being let down at the moment by the end product, which we don't really associate with Dejan Kulusevski. So hopefully he can get back at it this weekend. On the left-hand side, we're going to talk about Heung-min Son.
Yeah, and obviously scored a 100th Premier League goal last week. Brilliant finish against Brighton. And look, Son's just one of those players. Doesn't matter who the manager is. It seems as though he's going to be starting every game. Doesn't matter how he's playing. So no doubt about it, Son will be playing. But he played all right last week anyway. So no doubt about it, he's in the team.
Yeah, if he hasn't been dropped by now, he ain't getting
exactly.
dropped the rest of the season. Let's be honest. So Sonny and Kulusevski supporting Harry Kane up top, and obviously we all know how important he's going to be to us.
And he's going to be crucial in this game if we're going to make sure we get all 3 points. I'm sure he's going to have to be top of his game, because even in the games where we're against lower teams, we still need Kane to be on form to get 3 points. That's the fact of the matter. So he's going to be crucial.
All right, so let's run through that lineup with you guys one more time. So in goal is going to be Hugo Lloris, right centre-back Cuti Romero, in the middle Eric Dyer, on the left Clement Longley, right wing-back Pedro Porro, left wing-back Ivan Perisic. In the double pivot, you've got Ollie Skip and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. On the right-hand side of the attack, you've got Dejan Kulusevski. On the left-hand side of the attack, you've got Heung-min Son. And then up top, you've got Harry Kane. Exactly the same lineup as it has been the last couple of games. If this is the lineup, which we fully expect it to be, what is your score prediction?
I think 3-1. I expect Bournemouth to give us some trouble, but I think they have conceded the most goals in the Premier League for a reason. I don't think their quality at the back is fantastic, and I think going forward right now, especially at home, we do look like creating chances. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win.
Yeah, I've been fairly impressed with Bournemouth of late, getting results where maybe you don't expect them to get it, winning a very important 6-pointer against Leicester last week, which was very impressive, and I think we're in for a bit of a dogfight. They know they need to fight tooth and nail to absolutely stay in this league, and I think they're doing that at the moment. Definitely better than some of their rivals, that's for sure. So I think we're going to win. I think we'll just about get over the line, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Spurs. I think our home form and their away form will really come into this one, and we'll just about get over the line. But that is our score predictions. That is our predicted lineup. Let me know in the comment section below if you think any different lineup will be on display tomorrow, and let me know your score predictions in the comment section below. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always,
come on you Spurs.